Never like this bit. Today's video is sponsored by Lemsip, because apparently going out in rain and snow and wind and trying to make a video for half an hour with 10,000 steps can make you a little bit ill, apparently. So instead today I'm trying to get my steps while staying indoors. I'm not quite sure how, but I'll see what I can do. I mean, it's nice to get to play with the kids. I kind of miss out on this during the week. Although being indoors, it has given me a chance to do a few interesting things. Finally fixed the tail on one of Clara's horses. And of course, got to get some housework done for the start of the week. Seb still needs his swimming stuff. What do I do next? Now I can sit and talk about stuff Natasha did and happy memories and stuff, but with the kids at home at the weekend, I'm mostly focusing on, you know, the here and now and stuff I've got to do that I hadn't been doing. I mean, I had been. Over the last few months, obviously with her in the hospital, a lot of responsibility for the house has, you know, kind of fallen on my shoulders. That's one of those things you don't realise how much, you know, your other half does for you. And whilst Natasha was in hospital and I was doing, you know, all these bits, in the back of my mind, it was sort of like, I've got to get out because Natasha will be home. And when she comes home, she'll complain about the stuff I've missed. But the day that wasn't an option, my brain just went, I don't know what I'm doing. And I panicked about everything. That I didn't know how to look after the kids properly, and I didn't know how to look after the house. I wasn't sure about finances or, you know, cleaning, tidying. People who've known me for many years will know I'm not exactly the tidiest person ever. But now it's a case of there's no get out clause. As Natasha can't come home, you know, I've got to focus on all this stuff, and it's taken a lot for me to realise that I've done it solidly over the past 6 months without, you know, just believing that there was a safety net there, and nothing's changed, and I can keep on doing it. Yesterday is the first time I had a phone call with someone, calling up and asking to speak to Natasha. And it's the first time I've actually had to say to someone, I'm sorry, she's passed away. And it doesn't feel real. It's been weeks now, and it still doesn't feel like, you know, it is. You know, I can sit here and I can say anything I want. But ultimately, it still feels like at some point I'm going to get a phone call from the hospital saying she's ready to come home, or, you know, she's going to send me a message and complain that I haven't been up to visit. I don't know if that ever goes away. Part of me doesn't want it to. For those of you who don't know, I have an Xbox. And I play on the Xbox. Seb plays against me. Even Clara's tried throwing some controllers around, not necessarily successfully. So I bought her own little cheapo one. A lot of people don't know Natasha used to play a lot as well. He did. When we met, she wasn't too keen on computers, and then she got a Wii one Christmas. And she just had a lot of fun with that, just kind of throwing things around, getting exhausted. She ended up getting an original Xbox, and we played a game against her dad called Gauntlet Dark Legacy, which is basically a dungeon crawler where you run around and you use stupid weapons and you just got waves and waves of enemies just coming at you. And she would concentrate on it. Anyone tried talking, but shh, just to try and get to the end. And we beat the game. All three of us together, we beat the game. Me, Tasha, and Tasha's dad. And it was a lot of fun. Then as we got older, moved out, we got an Xbox 360 and an Xbox One, after that. And we kept the Xbox 360 for ages, just purely because we had Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Nikki, I've mentioned her in the past, and Stuart also had an Xbox 360 with Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and we would sit and play separately, or we'd find an excuse to get together, and all four of us would be crowded around this TV, each with a controller, just playing Town Zombies. If you've never played it, I say I'll record some footage. I'll probably just play the footage in the background of this, actually. Just single player. But all four of us used to get together. We used to play this game. And we played one game. We'd put the world to rights whilst we were doing it. And again, she would concentrate. But rather than just a level lasting a few minutes, we did Town Survival Zombies. And these games could last 45 minutes to an hour. Run you around and get attacked, into the loot box, upgrade your weapons, hope you got the ray gun. Tasha's favourite. Meanwhile, I'll just grab any old weapon and then just see what I could do with it. But she would concentrate on it so much, she would forget to blink. So we'd be playing a game, and we'd finally all go down, and we'd look at her, and she'd just be sitting there going, I can't see. And she'd actually have to go and wash her eyes, because her eyelids were stuck. It was sort of like, it was creepy. I hate eyes at the best of time, but then when that happens, it's sort of like, so many nights. We were down in Kent once, just after we moved up here, seeing Nick and Shu, and we were sort of like, right, we'll have one more game before we go, just one. So we finished about 1 in the morning. So like, yeah, I've got work tomorrow, so we are going to have to go home. And then I was tired, she was tired. It was about it's sort of like an hour and 20-minute drive that took us 3 hours. Half an hour of which was trying not to run over any deers and rabbits which were running into the middle of the road, because as soon as you try driving through Elvedon Forest, you can be attacked by these things in the dark. The first time, it's very intimidating. We always joke that down in Kent, the roadkill consisted of pigeons, flying into your car, or skanky foxes. Whereas up here, we have seen roadkill that consists of pheasant, grouse, deer, badgers, some mandarin ducks. I mean, seriously, 90% of what is roadkill you could probably take home and eat. I do not recommend doing this. That's the safety one. But so many memories, so many computer games. We would while away the hours just playing all this absolute rubbish. And in a few years, maybe the kids would have started playing as well, and we would have all sat there playing these looty shooty 4-player games. I'm still going to teach them. Play all the old games. And some new ones. I've still got a few more steps to do. See you tomorrow.